Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jamil. Come back again, and I'm going to be talking about 10 fragrance that I'm going to be wearing in the fall and winter of 2018, and also have one honorable mention fragrance. And some of these fragrance I'm going to be wearing during the daytime, and another fragrance going to be wearing during the nighttime. But the only thing about these fragrance definitely every fragrance that I'm going to be mentioning, you would definitely get 6 to 7 hours, 6 to 8 hours of wearing out of these fragrances. So this is just my perspective. It's just since that I work during the daytime, and these are fragrances I may be wearing during the daytime. Obviously I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and probably put on another fragrance. So and these are 10 fragrances, and they works very great for the fall and the wintertime. And this is my list, and this is going to be my 10 fragrance for the fall and the wintertime. Like I said, do have one honorable mention, and this is the House of Prada, and this is Prada Luna Rosa Extreme. So basically, what I like about Prada Luna Rosa Extreme, this fragrance remind me of an excellent, wonderful fragrance by the House of Tom Ford, which is tobacco vanille. But the thing about it on my skin is just, I mean, everybody know Tom Ford tobacco vanille is like beast mode, but it's not really as versatile that is as I want it to be. It's kind of a little hard to wear, but the smell is just awesome. So basically, what I like about the Prada Luna Rosa Extreme is kind of a little bit. It's a lot toned down. Don't get fooled by the word extreme. It's more extreme than the other fragrances that this house offers. But this Prada Luna Rosa Extreme, it just have a great resemblance of Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, but just toned down, has some citrus up top. I get 7 to 8 hours with this fragrance, with 3 to 4 hours of projection. Just awesome fragrance. You can even wear this fragrance during the daytime, or even during the evenings, or even during at night. You can wear this dressed up, dressed down. You won't even have a problem with this fragrance. To me, that's what I like about this fragrance. Sometimes I even wear it during the spring, fall, and winter. Honorable mention, Prada Luna Rosa Extreme. Like I said, I'm just talking about 10 fragrance, but I'm not really putting this all in order because I actually love all my fragrance. The reason why I say I love all my fragrance is because I purchased with my own money. And this fragrance right here I'm going to be talking about, my next fragrance, is by the House of Mugler. And it doesn't get a lot of it doesn't get a lot of respect, but to me, I think it's one of the actually my best one. This is Mugler Crypto Mint. I actually wore this fragrance a couple of times. I would say about like 5 or 6 times. And what I like about this fragrance, it definitely gives you the DNA of the original Amen. I used to add Ultra Zest, but I kind of sold that one, and I end up getting Crypto Mint because I actually love the original flanker of which is the original one. And what I like about this fragrance is it's definitely toned down from the original Amen, but you add some nice clean patchouli. You get a little bit chocolate in this fragrance and a tons of mint. The mint in this fragrance actually lasts throughout the fragrance. But like I said, I get 6 to 7 hours with this fragrance, and I get 3 hours projection. And but some days this fragrance, I can even smell it until the next morning, like if I spray it on my clothes. So great fragrance. I will wear this fragrance anytime. You can wear this fragrance during the daytime, the evening time, or even during the night. But normally with this fragrance here, it tends to works a little more better during the evening wear, or even at night. This fragrance here is Mugler Crypto Mint. Coming at another fragrance is from the House of Chanel, and this is Chanel L'Homme Sport Extreme. and everybody tends to know about this these fragrances right here. This is, by the way, if anyone that wants to know, this is the ED Toilette concentration. I wasn't crazy about the ED Parfum concentration, but some reason it just, when it comes to designers, you know, when they come up with the the ED Toilette always better than the ED Parfum. Because the even like when it comes to Blue de Chanel, the ED Toilette has much better projection, um, much greater sillage. But the ED Parfum, you know, they really don't. It's just a Parfum what they put on a bottle, but I think it's just more for marketing purposes. So I tend to like the Blue de Chanel, the EDT better than better than the EDP. So it's like, you know, with the EDT, with the Chanel Platinum, Chanel Allure Edition Blanche. I like the EDT better than the EDP. So it's not like the EDP is giving you more longevity. It's just it's I'm getting the same amount of longevity. Also, it's just with the projection with the EDT is much better. And so is this one right here, the Chanel Allure Sport Extreme. And what I get with this fragrance, I like the mint. Actually, you will hear a lot of fragrance that I'm gonna be talking about. Another fragrance I'm gonna be talking about with it, which has mint in it. I like this fragrance. Get a little tonka. You get it just smells good. Um, Definitely highly compliment getter. Chanel is probably one of the best in the game when it comes to designer. But just a great fragrance right here. The bottle is nice. The only thing I do not like about the bottle tends to get scratched up. And I guess that's all Chanel bottles, especially the one that looks like this one, Set Blue de Chanel. But this is Chanel Allure Extreme. But this fragrance here, you could wear daytime, the evening time, the morning time. I mean, day, evening, night, just anywhere how you want to wear it. Fall, summer, fall, spring, winter. You could wear this. This is definitely very versatile fragrance, all season fragrance right here. This definitely worth the bang for your buck. Get this. This is a 3.4 ounce. You get it probably around like $95. Really can't go wrong with that one. If it's any fragrance that, you know, if I need to give Chanel, if I need to give somebody, if I was gonna buy somebody a gift for a fragrance, Chanel or any Chanel would probably be best for me if I was gonna give them a gift, because this is definitely a mass appeal fragrance. The longevity is definitely great on this fragrance right here. Smells good, definitely a compliment getter, and it's an all season. You can't go wrong with $90 with this fragrance. Chanel Allure Sport Extra. Coming at another fragrance right here. Probably one of this is my best fragrance house. By the house of by Killian, and this is called Single Malt. Now, what I get out this fragrance is very boozy with a sweet plum, has some cedar. Excellent. Just tons of compliments out the wazoo with this fragrance. A lot of time people tend to compare this to Mugler, Thierry Mugler or Mugler Pearl Malt. This you can't even put this in this class, because this fragrance here, I mean, you're looking at, this is definitely exclusive to London. This is definitely just on a total on another level. Now, Mugler Pearl Malt is an excellent fragrance, but I tend to like this a little more better. But it just excellent, great fragrance. You could wear this fragrance in the springtime, the fall, and also even the wintertime. I go about 3 sprays with this fragrance right here, and the thing with this fragrance is the less sprays you spray, the better the fragrance is, because this fragrance is good when it just lingers on. And definitely an excellent fragrance. And just a little bit more about Thierry Mugler Pearl Malt. Thierry Mugler Pearl Malt, it has more going on that fragrance. And like I said, it all depends on the person or what they like to go on a fragrance. To me, I don't like too much stages when it comes to the fragrance, but I also don't like a fragrance it just it just like it's the way it smells up top. Then when it dry down, it smells the same, but it just toned down. But with this one right here, I get like two different. I get the way how it smells up top, and then when it dry down, it smells it just even better. But it does go to these two different stages. With Pure Malt, I get like 3 or 4 stages on my skin. That's why I like this a little more better. And this is single malt by the House of by Killian. This is another designer fragrance that I do like. Probably my best one from this house. And this YSL, Your Time. Sorry, my arm is not steady. What I like about this fragrance, when I first spray this fragrance, I get an apple note in here. No, it's not like a apple note that you would get in apple brandy by the House of by Killian. Not that type of quality ingredient, but this is definitely it's not synthetic. I won't say it's synthetic, but you could tell it's good quality, but not excellent quality. I get some cedar with this fragrance. I do get just a little bit of citrus, and it the reason I like about this fragrance is because it definitely doesn't remind me of L'Homme de L'Homme, whatever how you pronounce that one. I used to have that one, the original flanker of the YSL line. I used to have that one. Wasn't really crazy about it, about the cardamom that was in that fragrance. Wasn't happy with that one. And once this one came out, I actually went out there and purchased this one right here. And this is a great fragrance. I actually got this from Notino when they was out and around. Picked this fragrance up with like $50. And sad for Notino had can't find them no more. But yeah, this was Your Time. Oh, by the way, I get this I get 6 to 7 hours with this fragrance, with 2 hours of projection. And but the sillage in this fragrance is excellent. So when people walking by you, they would definitely smell you. Trust me, they will. And you could wear this during the day, evening, or even night. Spring, fall, wintertime. And I normally go about 4 to 5 sprays with this fragrance. This is why it's Your Time. This is the next fragrance coming up is by the House of Creed, and this fragrance is Original Santal. I know you probably think I don't wear this bottle. You probably think I don't wear Creed Original Santal. I really does, but I just got this new bottle today. I mean, not today, but like, you know, a couple on Thursday. So I just basically really got this bottle. And the other one that I had that I was wearing, I actually just went through that one, which was a 75 ml, and I actually went through that fragrance. So what I like about this fragrance here, I definitely get some sandalwood. I get a little bit of lavender with it. I do get some cinnamon. It does have some citrus up top. This is an excellent fall fragrance, or even winter fragrance, or even a spring fragrance. This fragrance smells even better even in the summertime, but not like no humid summertime, but like a cooler nighttime summertime when it's like 80 degrees, 80 to 85 degrees. Original Santal definitely does it. Women tend to love Original Santal. To me, about when I ask a lot of women which one do they like better, when I ask them do they like Aventus or Original Santal, they tend to like Original Santal. It's something with the cinnamon, with the vanilla that's in this fragrance that turns this one on. So, Creed Original Santal. This fragrance right here that I'm going to be talking about, this is another designer house. Been around for quite a long time. Definitely very respectful when it comes to their longevity. And this is by the House of Victor and Wolf. This is Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb. If anyone that knows, I have 2 Spice Bombs. I have this Spice Bomb, which is the original one, and I have the Spice Bomb Fresh. I tend to like the Spice Bomb Fresh a little bit more because it have the little citrus, which is the grapefruit that they use in Spice Bomb Fresh. But the longevity is not that good. I get like 5 to 6 hours with the Spice Bomb Fresh. But with this Spice Bomb here, I end up getting like 10 to 15 hours. This is one of the older Spice Bomb, which is like the vintage one. People say that they have reformulated this fragrance. The reason why it looks kind of full because all I use when I use this fragrance, I only use about like 2 sprays. I will only wear this only in the wintertime. I mean when it's like super cold, and I will wear Spice Bomb. You know, like I said, you know, I get like 10 to 12 hours, 10 to 15 hours with this fragrance. Definitely lasts long. Has some cinnamon, has some leather, has some tobacco. It is a little bit sweet, but not overly sweet, not sickly sweet. Definitely want to like a little cozy fragrance. This definitely get you a tons of compliment. Ladies loves it. Just great overall. I tend to, only thing about the bottles, I like the bottle design, but I just don't like this right here. I don't like the cap thing. They better off just give me a cap. I know that's the reason why the Spice Bomb, when you blow the bomb up, you throw it out and you snatch it off. But I just wish this had a cap rather than that on there. So this is the Victor Involved Spice Bomb. Come at another fragrance. My best fragrance from this niche house. This is Creed Viking. Man, what I like about this fragrance here that you could wear this fragrance all year long. You could definitely wear this in the summer, spring, fall, winter, day, evening, night. Very versatile in my book. Not as versatile as a vintage, but to me, this definitely does it. I was one of the guys who actually went out there and paid $500 something for this fragrance. Cause to me, in my book, I think this fragrance definitely worth it. You're probably looking at it like it's full, but yeah, but because I have a decant of this fragrance, which is also 100 ml, and I got this like last year, and look, see this, look, this is 100 ml, and I've been wearing this fragrance. This Creed Viking actually get me I get 10, 12, sometimes 13 hours. I actually wore it last year, and I actually wore it in the wintertime, and I end up still getting like about 10 hours. I normally go about 5 sprays with this fragrance right here. I just love the lavender. I love the mint that's in this fragrance, the spiciness. To me, I'm one of the people that I feel that the name does fit the name, the like, if it's Creed Viking, it definitely remind me of a Viking. You know, but like I said, that's Creed, the way of putting a Viking, you know. But when they made this fragrance Creed Viking, is that they made this Viking, he's not dirty, you know. You know, he's a clean cut guy, you know. He's not dirty, you know. He's instead of him being an old school Viking, like, but he's a new school Viking. He's not like his pop. He's the son. You know, if they would have put a little oud in there, and then it would have been what people were saying, that this is Creed Viking. You know, this is what a Viking would smell like if you throw some stinky oud up in there. But that's not Creed. Creed don't do that way. Creed give you a nice oud, and they make the fragrance clean. But this is not the father of a Viking. This is not the father of creation. This is more of the son. So what I mean is that if the father was dirty and stinky, you know, but the son was like, I want to be like dad, but I don't want to smell like dad, you know. I wanna this just the son. He's the new generation of it. So this is the new generation Creed Viking, rather than the old school, like the dad, or what people was resembling of this of a Creed Viking. Something rough, something more sturdy, something more got a little stank up in there. And but like I said, yes, I went out there and I paid $500 something for this fragrance. And it's Creed Viking. It's worth it. And I didn't look back on it. Creed Viking. Coming at another fragrance from another designer house, but this is like they exclusive, and this is by the house of YSL Noble Leather. Now, if you like Tom Ford Tuscan leather, but if you feel like that's a little, okay, if you feel Tom Ford Tuscan leather that's a little bit too harsh for you, or hard to wear, you know, you got other fragrances out there like Golden Boy, Lackawan, and stuff like that. But if them fragrance, let's say Lackawan or Golden Boy, but it doesn't have the quality of Tom Ford Tuscan leather. But the only thing about Tom Ford Tuscan leather is a little harsh with the raspberry note and all that saffron. This one right here, this fragrance right here, YSL Noble Leather, it definitely have the Tom Ford Tuscan leather quality. But to me, and it's more wearable. Definitely more wearable. And this fragrance right here, it has what I do like about it, they have the notes on the back. And what it says on the back, it says leather, saffron, dry fruits, vanilla, and patchouli. This fragrance right here is definitely well blended. You would definitely get tons of compliment. I get about 14 to 15 hours with this fragrance, no lie. But Tuscan leather, I get like 24 hours with that fragrance, man. I could wear one spray and take a shower and still get sense and still could smell it, you know, on my body. But this one right here, like I said, I get about 15 hours with this fragrance consistently. This fragrance right here, I would wear in the fall and I would wear it in the wintertime. And you could definitely wear this during the day, the evening, or even the night. So this is more versatile fragrance than Tuscan leather. This is coming in, this is YSL, and this is Noble Leather. This is a niche house. Like I said, one of my favorite niche houses. This is from the house of By Killing, and this is Apple Brandy. Brandy is exclusive to New York, which is the Big Apple. And what I like about this fragrance, my by God, this is a great fragrance. Like anybody who did review this fragrance smell like apple cider, but a much better apple cider, like one of them organic ones, but just toned up a little bit. This fragrance is very, very spotty when it comes to longevity. I tend to get 8 hours with this fragrance, and sometimes I would get 4 hours with this fragrance. But the thing about it, what I know is that in this fragrance, in the fall time, this fragrance works much more better in the fall time than it works in the winter time. But I like about this fragrance that you could wear this fragrance in the daytime, evening time, or even at night. So I live in New Jersey, so anyone that's from the Northeast will basically would tell you how the winters be and how the fall be. But like I said, this fragrance is good. Like if it's like Thanksgiving, you know, that apple cider, this fragrance is good. So this is like more like, let's say if you want to go out fragrance. But like I said, it's still versatile. You still can wear it whatever how you want to wear it. But it's definitely compliments. People says that it's not as much wearable because it feel like you smell like an apple cider or you smell too boozy. But let me tell you something. And this is something that I noticed, that if you wear every fragrance that everybody wears and it smells good and it's mass appealing, you may not get a compliment because people smell that before. It's not a groundbreaking fragrance. So with Apple Brandy, everybody's not gonna be walking around smelling like Apple Brandy. You know what I'm saying? So people, so when I do wear this fragrance, people ask me, this says, excuse me, what do you have on? And I said, oh, I'm wearing By Killing Apple Brandy. They say, wow, that smells nice. People tends to ask me what I'm wearing, then give me the compliment. So let's say, for instance, we talking about this fragrance right here, Chanel, Laurent Sport or Extreme. A lot of guys may have this fragrance. So people just will end up just giving you a compliment, because they may have an idea of what it smells like. You know, they may smelled it before. and they may say, oh, you smells good. Or they may not, they know you smell good and just may not give you the compliment. But with apple brandy or a lot of niche houses, they know you smell good, but they tends to ask you what you wearing. You know, they're intent of doing that. This is by the house of by killing apple brandy. Sorry if the video is kind of a little too long. I know we don't do no long video, but I just had a lot of things just to say on this topic. The next designer house by the house of Valentino. This is Valentino Uomo Absolute. Excellent fragrance. Definitely get some cinnamon. It definitely smells like the Valentino Uomo Intense, but you get the incense and you get definitely more cinnamon. The iris is still there. I get like 12 hours, sometimes 12 to 15 hours. I tend to wear this in a fall time. You could definitely wear it in the winter time. What I do notice that if you wear this during the springtime, it's this fragrance never get overpowering. It never get cloying, even though it's more geared to wearing in a colder weather, because it have that iris note in it. It's not listed, but it tends to make this fragrance very, very fresh. The incense that's in this fragrance is very, very fresh. And also the cinnamon is very, very light, but you definitely could smell it. This would do for this video right here, for my 10 fragrance that I'm going to be wearing for the fall and winter of 2018. Sorry for the long video, but I really had to explain. All right, thank you, peace.